Hi, in today's video, we'll show you how to add your own effects to the effects library in DaVinci Resolve. Let's say you've created an effect in Fusion that you use often, and you don't want to go into Fusion every single time. Saving it as a reusable effect will speed up your workflow a lot. First, create your effect, title, animation, or whatever you need inside Fusion. When you're done, select all the nodes except the Media Out node. Right-click, go to Macro, and choose Create Macro. A new window will appear, showing all the selected nodes. We recommend giving each node a unique name, so it's easier to find them later. Next, select the settings you want to control from the inspector when using the effect. For our map animation, we need to select the controls for the moving dot, the line, and the rectangle. We also want the option to change the text inside the rectangle, so we'll enable the text control. If the text length changes, we'll also want to adjust the rectangle's width. Make sure to rename any controls you enable. For example, if several nodes have a parameter called center and you don't rename them, you'll end up with multiple settings in the inspector all called center, which can be confusing. Go through and enable and rename all the controls you need. If this process feels confusing at first, don't worry, try it a few times and it will start to make sense. When you're finished, give your effects a name. Then click Close, and Resolve will ask if you want to save it. Alternatively, you can click the three dots in the right corner and choose Save as Group. This shows where the file will be saved. On Mac, the default path is Users, your username, library, application support, Blackmagic Design, DaVinci Resolve, Fusion, and macros. For now, we'll save it in the macros folder. However, leaving it there won't make it appear in the effects library. We need to move it to another location. Open your Finder and navigate to the folder where your macro was saved. If you don't see the library folder, right-click inside your user folder, choose Show View Options, and enable Show Library Folder. Inside the Fusion folder, find your macro and move it to the Templates folder. Inside this folder, you should have a folder named Edit, and inside that folder, you should have folders named Effects, Generators, and Titles. If you don't see them, create them. This structure tells Resolve where to place your effects in the effects library. Our effect is a map animation, so we'll place it in the Generators folder. You can also create your own subfolder, for example named Custom, to keep things organized. Now your effects should appear in the effects library. If you don't see it, close and reopen Resolve. Go to the effects library and check your folder. Here is our custom folder. It's the same as in the Finder. Let's drag it onto the timeline. And open the inspector to see if all the controls are available. If everything works correctly, we can now create a thumbnail. Take a screenshot of the animation and save it in the same folder as your macro, using the exact same file name, and make sure it's a PNG file. Let's check if it appears. Great! It showed up without restarting Resolve. Now you can create your own custom effects, titles and animations in the effects library and adjust them directly from the inspector. No need to reopen Fusion. We hope this video was helpful. Let us know in the comments what tutorials you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching.